Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to today's Top Leaders. You guys, today we're talking about goals. And as leaders, I know you all have stuff related to goals that's bugging you. And so we're going to talk about it today. We're going to get real on some stuff that can help you to be that tech leader that everyone wants to work for, because we're going to get those goals nailed down. Let's do this right. Okay, now listen. As I'm sharing with you information, if any of this resonates with you and you're thinking, okay, I'm going to need some help on this, please get in touch with me. Let's talk about what we can do to help you get to the point where the goals are no longer an issue and you can get to the executing of the things and having fun with it and doing the cool stuff that you want to do. Right. So today, let's talk about goals. So are you ever in a situation where like the year's already gotten started? I don't know, let's say you're month, 2 months, 3, 6 months into the year, and the goals still seem messy. Like the proverbial are we ever going to get the goals from you guys, right? Are they ever going to tell us the goals? Are they going to figure out the goals, right? Remember all that kind of stuff? So if that's a circumstance for you, you're going to want to listen up today. Also, if you're in a situation where maybe the goals that you thought you were working on have now radically shifted, right? And so all of a sudden you're going, what do I do with this? Okay. That's a circumstance. Definitely listen up to this as well too. So goals. So imagine if you're in a situation where your goals are messy, and you know how they're messy? This is how you know that they're messy. Go ask the people. Go ping your people. All right. Walk by them if they're in the office, send them a little message and say, hey, what's the number one goal of our department? Yeah. See how they respond. Okay. See what happens. That's going to tell you whether or not your people know what's going on with the goals or they don't know what's going on. Okay. And then you can also ask them, okay, well, what's the number one goal? Or that maybe you even have more than one goal, right? But what are the goals of our department? What are the goals of our organization as a whole? Because a lot of you are working with companies where you have multiple organizations inside of a larger company, right? Or it even could be a big holding company that has other companies within it. And so the holding company may have goals, but then the companies individually have different goals. And so in essence, what I'm wanting you to do is to look at this stuff and talk about this with your people around, do they even know what the goals are? If they can't articulate what the goals are, my friends, no wonder stuff's not getting done. No wonder your people are feeling more burned out. No wonder it feels like you're wasting time doing things that you're going, why do we do this? How did that feature get worked on when we didn't even need that done? We needed this other thing done over here on the software or whatever it is, right? So it's because your people are unclear about the goals. And as a leader, it's your number one thing to make sure that they know what the goals are. Now, if you listen to any of my other podcast episodes or any of the places where you can hear me, you may have heard me talking about your personal brand. Your personal brand as a leader, or your leadership personal brand, is really important to be clear on that, because when you're clear on that, it's also going to help you as the leader to know what it is that you want to be known for. When you're clear on that, it also helps you to make some decisions on what you want your leadership goal to be. Because I'll tell you what, sure, from the proverbial from the C-suite down, they give you these goals, right? We want to see X percentage in retained customers, or X percentage of reduced downtime, or whatever it is, right? Cool. Awesome. Bring it on. Let's solve those cool and interesting problems, right? That's great. Those are amazing. We don't get rid of those goals. It's absolutely helps you to know how you're going to spend your time every day, right? Okay, so they're good things. But the difference with having a leadership goal for yourself is, what's the thing that you as a leader want to work on, right? So do a little bit of self-reflection. Stop and ask your heart and say, what is it that I really want to work on this year? So then, no matter where you're at in making that decision, I mean, you could be having this thought right now, and it could be the middle of the year, right? It doesn't have to be the first week of January. So no matter where you're at in the year, stop and say, what is my goal? Okay. How am I doing with that goal? And you may have a tendency to say like, oh, I want this and I want to do that. I want to make this. No. Slow down, my friends. Pick one main thing that you want to work on. Just one. Okay. Just pick the one thing that you want to work on as a leader and then work toward that. So if you want to improve your ability to have better communications with your people, work toward that. Okay. Other things are going to benefit from it as well. Okay. But just have the one thing. Or maybe you say, my goal this year is I want to read 4 leadership books, and I want to make sure I'm sharing about this information with other people who are up and coming leaders. Cool. Awesome. Good. Now you know your goal. You want to read the 4 leadership books? Now go figure out books, right? And then start reading them. Okay. All right. So that's something you can do for yourself as a leader. Again, that has nothing to do with what are those main goals that come from down on high, right? Okay. So just pick a leadership goal for yourself, because I promise you this, you will get to the next year. You will have a moment where you will reflect back and you'll say, I don't know how I grew. I don't know how I improved. I don't know how my team improved. Okay. But if you just have it really, really simple, then you're going to be able to say, oh, I had the goal of reading 4 leadership books. I actually only read 2. But you know what? I read 2 leadership books. Okay, cool. You may not have hit your goal, but at least you're moving towards it. And hopefully you read good leadership books that help you and contribute to who you are, right? And you go and apply the things. So then you can have some kind of way to use it as a measurement, right? But if you don't pick something to measure, it's really hard to know. It's really, really hard to know. And that's also why your people are messy and they're going, I don't know, I'm doing something, right? People feel like they're busy, but are they busy moving towards the right things, right? It's got to be something that they can measure, right? So hopefully you've got some kind of goal, such as we're going to increase customer retention by 12% this year. That gives you a number, something to work on, and then it helps hold everybody accountable to that. So use this to help you with your goal planning, because goal planning doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be complicated. And again, if you need help with this, you get in touch. Make sure you message me here. Just let me know what's going on and we can talk and schedule a time so we can help you get clear on this stuff and help you, my friends, you become the tech leader that everyone wants to work for. Because you know why? You deserve to work on yourself, and your people deserve to have a great leader. Thanks so much, my friends, and I'll see you the next time here on today's Top Leaders.